Good evening, everybody. What's up? Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to Romhack Races. Hope you're doing well. We have got a really intense level for you tonight, but I think these racers are up to it. Live tonight from the Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Muncher Dome, Connected Entities by SolveForX. You might remember them from Everything is Spine, week 122, and they made Mount Riff from week 131. This is going to be a tough one tonight, and I think we can handle it. Length of longest section here, 5 out of 10. Hardest trick to figure out, though, big time, 7 out of 10. Hardest trick to execute, 6 out of 10. So we're going to see. We're going to see what's up. We got Louis Duce to start out. We got Germ Dove in the upper right, Halcyon, and Quiet Mason. If you've never been here before, this is Romhack Races. We do this every Saturday night. We got fresh Kaizo levels that no one's ever seen before, made fresh and tested by friends in our community, and these racers are going to have to just take it on, sight read, and they have no idea what they're in for. We've got Sojo. I want to shout out the testers for this week. We got Sojo, Logic, and a special thanks to SJ and Charlie the Cat for helping test. Kelgan and Darkenine scouting. Dr. No and D to the Fourth helping us out behind the scenes. Doc on the restream. D to the Fourth on the website. I hope y'all are doing really well. Hang out and relax. This might be kind of tricky, but we're going to see maybe some good brain moves, and consistency. One-shots, consistency are always a good thing. Always going to win the day. I'm Glitch Cat. I hope y'all are doing well. Having a good Saturday night. If you want to learn a little bit more about what we're doing and what's up, you can check out romhackraces.com. That's our website. Learn a little bit more about what's going on. Exclamation leaderboard in the chat if you want to see the leaderboard, but nobody will be on it yet. And yeah, get comfy and let's have a fun time. I'm gonna make sure all my stuff is set up here. So because this is a more difficult level, might go a little bit slower, but you never know because someone figuring something out could really make the difference. Let's do it. This level was inspired by Odd Sands, easily one of my favorite hacks of 2021. And then we got Send Your Regrets to the Craig Asim. All right. So yeah, Gem Mario in the upper left, Germ Dove, Halcyon, Quiet Mason to start us out. And there are others who are racing as well, and we'll rotate them in as time goes on. Now, I haven't seen this, so I am not sure what we're in for as well. Here, if a sprite dies, Mario takes damage. Exceptions include sprites falling in pits, fireball kills, and throw blocks. Wow, okay. So remember, this is going to be a brain level, and we're going to have to think about this a little bit. We're going to have to spend some time. So if a sprite dies, Mario dies. I think this is referred to life link. I think I've heard this this kind of property referred to as. And we're going to learn about what things are sprites. First things first, Blue Koopa is falling. Now, keep in mind, again, I actually don't know what is about to happen here, so we're working this out along with the racers. It kind of puts me in the same state of mind as the racers. I think it looks like Germ Dove has a good idea here. So we've got the Blue Koopa and the shell, and we've also got the on-off blocks and pink triangle. Looks like Halcyon has an idea. Triangles lift up shells and kind of launch them like a skateboard ramp. And remember, we don't want to kill any sprites, so no spin jumping on anything, no colliding the sprites into the sprite-destroying gates that you see there, those little gold grids, and no touching the shell into some other enemy. So if the shell is moving and it kills a sprite, that would count, and it would kill Mario. So it looks like everybody's kind of working on a plan here. Looks like Halcyon has definitely got it. There it is. So first things first, you can check out what the solution is if you're watching Halcyon. Blue kicking Koopas will not be killed by a shell if you kick the shell into them, like they catch it, right? If you kind of kick it into their face, they catch it, and they just kick it back to you. And by bopping the Blue Koopa in the air, by bopping it on the left, the naked Koopa goes to the right, goes into that pit, and can rebound the shell. Kaigem, yo, what's up in the upper left? Kaigem also has figured this out. So moving on to the next section, there are a couple of ways to get this done. Wow, okay, Kaigem making big progress now. I kind of got to watch this and learn too. Halcyon does not want to bop. Now remember, a moving shell is a sprite. obviously, and would be killed by anything that would kill sprites, would kill Mario. Jeez, I gotta like sit here and watch this. Normally I got the play-by-play for you on lock, but this is really, really, really brainy. 7 out of 10 for the hardest trick to figure out, and a 6 out of 10 for the execution. So we're going to see experimentation, hopefully. This is a science level. So here's the thing about the on-off switches at the beginning. You don't want to hit them. If you were to touch the shell into the on-off switch, it will close the gate. And so that's a kind of way of just letting the player know a little bit of what to do, what not to do, because they clearly do not want to hit that switch with the shell. So right now, keep your eyes on Kagem and Halcyon in the left side of your screen. Germdove as well in the upper right. Getting to this part with the... nice! Halcyon figures it out. Getting to that part where the blue Koopa is going to kick that shell. You don't want to hit the yellow turn block below it. That'll pop the shell up and destroy it. Remember those little gates with the gold outlined edge there? Those gates will destroy any sprite that touches them. So it's just an instant... Do not let there be a sprite here at all. It's tough, but it's a good way of letting the player know, like, do not do this. Oh, Halcyon, yeah, has got it. Wow, all right. So really, really good brain. Looks like Halcyon in the lead right now in terms of knowledge. They definitely know what they're doing at that spiny part. Halcyon, definitely a player who can learn a gimmick pretty quickly. That is correct. If any sprite dies, Mario dies. That's the point of this. Looks like Revelug in the upper right, though, also has the right idea. When that kicking Koopa... Oh, geez, Revelug, yo! Making progress. Okay, never mind. Lead change now. We got Revelug, who clearly understands this, making reads right now. Ah, the sprite died. Okay. That's progress for Revelug. Halcyon trying to catch up, and they're going to do it. A little bit of a pause buffer there so Halcyon can look ahead. Okay, so tied now. Revelug and Halcyon with the same amount of knowledge. Dang, okay. But yeah, this next part, Revelug's got that. The kicking Koopa is going to kick the blue shell. The blue shell is going to scoot along the ground. If you hit the yellow turn block while the shell is above it, it'll pop that shell up and destroy it and kill Mario. So you want to open that block ahead of time so the shell has somewhere to go. Then get in front of it. And right at the right moment, hit that outlined question block because that will pop the shell up and stop its movements. And that's how you're avoiding killing a sprite in that moment. Because if you don't do that, it'll collide into that shell, into that sprite destroyer, and then Mario will die. Please let me know if you have any questions about how this level works or what is going on. It is fine. Please feel free to shout it out. I can read chat. I know there's a lot going on here and a lot to explain. So these racers are also in the same boat as everybody else here, trying to figure out what this is. And also, Sue, if this seems a little bit complex, this is definitely one of the harder levels that we have done. This kind of goes toward the tougher edge of the scale. So do not be intimidated. Let the racers handle it. they'll figure it out. They're smart. We got Kagem, Revelug, Halcyon, and Louis Duce right now. Our scouts inform us that these are the racers with the potential to make the most progress. No, that's correct. Shells are considered sprites. So if you were to spin jump on a shell and destroy it, or if a shell were to touch one of the gold outlined gates, it would die. An exception there is if the shell falls in a bottomless pit, then it just kind of goes away. Oh, I'm sorry, was it? See, I need to read better. Shells are an exception? Okay, see, I need to read better. Okay, wait, let's get our info straight here. Shells are sprites. We do not want to destroy a sprite. Throw blocks, on the other hand, which Kagem's got in the upper left there, purple flashing block, those are exempt. Those can be destroyed. Even though I think technically the animated throw block is a sprite. really good moves here from everybody so far. This is great. So Louis Duce, everybody kind of getting to this big part with all the green Koopas. We're getting past the purple grab block section and through that pipe, and then meeting up with those green Koopas. Revelug, upper right's about to try to pull it off. Doesn't want to kill those 2 green Koopas with the grab block. And now they don't want to kill the shell, and they don't want to kill any Koopas with the shell. And look at that classy drop that they did. That was great. So now, oh, I see a pipe up there. It looks like everybody, wow, this is a really tight race right now, actually. For how complicated this level is, this is a really tight race. Looks like Halcyon in the lower left has got the right idea. Yo, they're through it. Now, that's the most progress for Halcyon. They see what they want here. Green shell up thrown will kill the red Koopas. And they timed it right. Nice job. H! There it is. Wow. Sub 10 minutes. And we've got an H from Halcyon. We have seen some strong moves. Halcyon, that doesn't surprise me, but I do want to celebrate it. Halcyon, a very strong player. Yeah, literally. You can't spell Halcyon without H. I mean, really. So it looks like these racers are getting the idea here. Getting the idea. This isn't quite as cryptic as you might think, as long as you remember the rules. So what's up now for Halcyon? Only player right now on the second section. What is up? What is up for Halcyon right now? Louis Duce, oh, trying. So have you noticed how the racers are going to get into the pipe at the end of the checkpoint here? When you throw a shell at one of those kicking Koopas, it catches it, right? But it slides the kicking Koopa back a little bit. And by doing that repeatedly, by not killing the shell, and by sliding the Koopa back, you will push the kicking Koopa through the little semi-solid hole, and then it'll just go away, and then you'll be able to run in that pipe. And that's what those racers figured out. And that's what RB Pimlico figured out. Yo, making it to the second section, this is great. A grab block, when it's just sitting there, is considered a block, but when it's flashing and you grab it, then there's a little sprite for it. However, in this level, those don't count. Yeah, breakable blocks are an exception to the rule, if sprites die, you die. Now, okay, I see the idea here. I see the idea here. So Halcyon here, check out the lower left. The idea is that if a sprite dies, you die. We know that, okay? Except they've been small Mario this whole time. So actually, as a matter of fact, it turns out in the novel version that if you have a power-up, you take damage. And that is really clever, actually. Big, big brain stuff from SolveForX, the maker tonight. Really cool and clever. So first thing for Halcyon and RB Pimlico working on it is bring the grab block over here and then kill that Koopa with the grab block at the moment you'll need to stand on that final YOLO turn block. That gets you through there with a damage boost. Really clever. I was wondering how actually, I'll tell you what, a little secret. Halcyon figured that out faster than me. I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know what you do. Revelug. Oh, no! Revelug had a chance. They got past the second kicking Koopa, but they did not get the up throw for the shell right. Kaigem, too, with a shot at it. Yo, Revelug's back again. Whoa! I really like that strat. You can steal the shell, and that's an H for Revelug. Nice job. Yeah, there's a moment when the kicking Koopa catches that shell. There is a moment when you can just run up and grab it. You don't have to hang out back there and let it kick it at you and then jump on it and throw it again. You can just do what Revelug did. That's smart. Very smart stuff. So it's Revelug upper right, Halcyon and RB Pimlico on the bottom, making their way through the second section. And Halcyon is making some moves here. Yeah, that's another exception. Good call. Thank you, Osu. Killing something with a fire flower is also an exception. And we'll see if that comes into play. You know, they mentioned it, so you got to think that that's something that's going to happen. And there, yeah, Halcyon's picking up the Fire Flower. And, yeah, what is... So, yeah, they want to destroy... Okay. They want to destroy those Koopas, or do they? They just can. They just can destroy the Koopa. But what do they really want to do? Because right now they're just hanging out trying to shoot that on-off switch. That's going to open the gate. But it doesn't look like that on-off switch is activated by fireballs. Sometimes they can be. It's worth a check. Right, because if you're small and you kill a sprite, you'll die. But if you're big, powered up, then you'll take damage. So you're really just getting killed by damage. RB Pimlico at the Fire Flower too. Oh, the pause strat. Oh, clever, clever. All right, we got an H for Louis Duce, upper left. The definition of a sprite, yeah, pretty much. You can think about it that way. Anything that is alive in the game. You know, you can think of sprites as the plants and animals of the video game world, and the fungi. You know, if it moves, if it's animated, enemies, player characters, moving mushrooms, moving shells when they get kicked, things like that. Anything that's basically not a wall. You know, you could kind of think of it that way, that like sprites are the alive things, and you know, blocks and cement and ground are just the inorganic walls. With munchers, that's true. With munchers being a notable exception. Munchers are actually blocks. They're just animated. So you can have animated blocks, which is where it gets a little tricky. But in general, if you see something moving and animated, you know, bullets, the Fire Flower, RB Pimlico, the coins, the little moving coins, generally anything that's alive and moving around in the game is a sprite. And you could generally think of games being divided up into sprites and objects. So yeah, this is it. Now remember, we did have a 7 out of 10 hardest trick to figure out rated by the testers, and it might be what we're looking at here right now. Halcyon and RB Pimlico are both kind of getting to this line of green Koopas here, and the yellow kind of dotted texture block, those are solid for Mario, but not for sprites. So any sprite will pass through there, and they've got the on-off switch on the bottom. And they need to hit the on-off switch in order to open the gate. So what you going to do? Yeah, there are these sprite killers. And RB Pimlico kind of trying something, but this is kind of... You got to... I'm just trying to give people a way to read what's going on here. The golden oval-shaped gate, that is a sprite killer. If any sprite touches that, it will just poof the sprite out of existence. Mario will die as a result or take damage. The square blocks are solid only for Mario. So sprites will fall through them, but they won't necessarily die. And it looks like, yep. Hey, you got it, yeah. Chat, you were faster, of course, but yeah, Halcyon has figured it out. A sprite will activate that switch. And there's a little 1F0 down there. Scoots the sprites along. And what we want to do there is get the coin, looks like anyway, get the coin into the switch. Louis Duce trying their thoughts as well. Well, here goes Halcyon. They've got it. Yeah, they got the coin. Yep. So Halcyon, I think, in the lead right now, even though they haven't really like gotten very much farther. They have a lead in terms of knowledge, which will quickly get them farther. Oh, Revelug. Oh, Revelug got it first. Oh, geez. Well then, excuse me. My bad. My bad. My bad. It's a little tricky sometimes to watch 4 screens with 4 racers. Thank you. Thanks for shouting that out. Credit where credit is due. Revelug with the very first on-off switch. RB Pimlico. You're doing good tonight, chat. Thanks for helping me out. I appreciate this. Helping me out. I'm just gonna be replaced by chat here. So who's okay? So now we got what? Oh, yo, Halcyon. Yeah, P-switch juggle. But you can't throw it in the pit. Yeah, say this one is a little bit trickier to watch for commentary because there's just so much going on the screen. Yeah, RB Pimlico though, they've got it. So RB Pimlico getting through as well to the P-switch juggle. Now this is the section, yeah. This is, I don't think anyone's passed this yet. I like those bullet bills where you just don't touch them. They're just a little are you paying attention check. Nice recovery for that on that disco shell from RB Pimlico. They kind of got turned around. Disco shell direction recovery. Keep an eye on that as these players are going through that disco shell surfing part. It's a little bit incidental in terms of the main goal of the level here. But disco surfing is a pretty cool trick. And it can be tough to lock into a direction, right? Like if you want to slide to the right, it can be difficult to just jump on the disco, lock right onto the right side, and just go in a straight line. So sometimes you'll have to bop around a little bit and recover. Watch for those recoveries. They're always cool to see, and it's a cool trick of skill. Halcyon, yeah, right, got one right there. I want to point them out because that's a subtle bit of skill that you might miss, and it's a really cool thing to have. Okay, there's Halcyon getting through the P-switch wall. But now what are you going to do? The P-switch will turn brown blocks into coins or coins into brown blocks. So in this way, it's going to open the gate of brown blocks and let them through to the other side. If they don't hit that switch, they're not going to be able to make it. Yeah, the P switch after. So that's a bit of subtlety too to point out. A lot of subtlety going on in this level tonight. So the P switch is a sprite actually, even though it looks like a block. I know, it's a sprite though. And when you step on a P-switch, there is a moment where it changes its graphic, and it becomes a little squished P-switch graphic. And that still counts as a sprite, and if that little tiny squished graphic in that one little moment were to get destroyed, it would also count as a sprite death and you die. And that's what's kind of seemingly randomly killing them there. So here goes RB Pimlico. They got to juggle the P-switch, and then yeah, they've got to hit it. Looks like high enough up so that little stump won't kill them. But I'm actually not sure. Yeah, keep in mind again the gold outlined net is a sprite destroyer. So if the P-switch were to touch that, Mario just dies. 10 on section 2. Let's go. That's really cool. Now, as you may know, I really like P-switch tricks. You know, P-switch tricks, spring tricks, shell tricks, item abuse in general, always fun. And Revelug with a shot at this P-switch drop. It looked, you know, okay, so this is the thing, because I'm going along with this level just with all the racers too. I hadn't played this ahead of time. It looks for all the world like what you want to do is just do a little mid-air kind of P-switch activation. Now, you can touch the P-switch at any point. It doesn't have to be on the ground. What has to happen is that Mario's feet have to touch the top of it. That's all that matters. Can be in the air, could be underwater, could be flying through outer space. Doesn't matter. Just get Mario's feet on top of it, and in so doing, you could activate it in the air. If you kind of bounce it off a wall like you're going to do a shell jump and kind of rebound it under Mario's feet, you can get it in the air. Another way to do that would be to throw it, like Halcyon just tried, to throw it kind of upward, and then as it's coming down, Mario can kind of jump, and if you actually just kind of jump and put yourself right in front of it as it's moving down, it'll just overlap, and then your feet will be touching it, and then you'll activate it, and you'll be good to go. Does it need downward Y speed like Mario going down? Good question. Yeah, you might be right about that. Maybe. But see, there, Halcyon just got that, and it didn't work out for them. And this is where I'm starting to question. Now, here's the thing. I may be giving you slightly incorrect information about what is going on here. This is also my first time seeing this, and I don't know. I don't know, actually. What are we going to do here? Here goes Halcyon again for another try. Oh, right. Shoot the... I see. Halcyon, a cleverer player than myself, shooting the fireball. They open the gate, they hit the P-switch, then they shoot the fireball, and that destroys the Spiny, and that makes a coin out of the Spiny, which flips the coin up into the on-off switch, which opens the gate. It's like I'm describing a breakfast machine here. You see Pee-wee's Big Adventure with the breakfast machine. Rube Goldberg device. There's a lot of machinery going on in these levels, and that's something that can be... It's really cool, and it also can be kind of confusing, because it gets a little bit... gets a little Charlie Day, where everything is kind of affecting everything else, and you hit that to turn it into a coin. The coin goes up there, that rebounds the other thing, and then the other thing does something. The machinery. Figuring out how machinery and little Rube Goldberg things in levels work to create the tricks is a skill, to be sure. It's a skill to build it, and it's a big skill to figure them out. We got Louis Duce, we got Revelug, Halcyon, RB Pimlico. Less than 30 minutes have elapsed. Second section all around. I really liked it. This is, when I saw the difficulty ranking for tonight, I thought, oh no, like what are we in for here? But this is a very, very cool level. All right, here goes Halcyon for a chance at it. What the heck happened there? Hey, if you're feeling brave, you'd like to try this for yourselves, check out romhackraces.com. That's our website. And you can get this patch or any of the other patches for any of the other levels. Play them anytime. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what killed Halcyon on that last run. Here goes RB Pimlico, though. Just be glad you don't have to juggle 2 P-switches, okay? You could do that. You could make that a 2 P-switch juggle obstacle. Kind of just watching this play out here. Don't mean to talk your ear off. There's just a lot to talk about. Looks like everybody's really got the hang of this, though. I don't see anybody, like, struggling to figure out what to do. Got some smart players here. At a 7 out of 10 overall brain factor, this is we're wheeling out the CRT on the little metal cart and putting in a Bill Nye the Science Guy tape here tonight. If you grew up playing Mario World, you probably had at least one class where they wheeled out the CRT. Yeah, watch for those disco recoveries. Watch for those. It looks like an incidental part, because if you get it right, you just lock into that side, and you just lock right in and scoot over to the right while you're surfing on that disco. It's an easy enough setup, but it's also easy enough to screw it up, and that's when you can recover. If you think you're good at disco, practice disco recovery. That's I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start giving you all Kaizo homework. And you don't have to do it. It's totally optional. We should really just get rid of homework altogether. You know what? It's not called homework. It's called side quests. I'll give people something to work on and improve your skills. Work on your disco recoveries. That's your side quest this week. It's one thing to be able to surf on a disco, but if you're really good, you can like no bounce and change your direction, right? Without even holding down the jump button. You can switch sides on the disco, and without boosting. That's what I refer to when you hold the button down and you land on an enemy and you get a big jump off of that. I refer to that as boosting. I don't know if anybody else does or not, but it always works for me. Because you either want to boost a jump, right, or you don't, or no boost, or a kind of a middle, right, for a regrab or something. So it's possible to switch sides on a disco while you're surfing by no boost jumping, right? Practice your no boosts on a disco, and it'll help. It'll help you out, and it'll save your butt in a situation when you start to fumble, and then you'll get that cool recovery, and chat will be like, PogChamp, and you'll be like, wow, and everyone will feel good, you know? It's cool to be clutch. No homework, no homework. There is no homework here, only side quests. Optional side quests. RB Pimlico, uh-oh, with the cape. What are we going to do? Oh, the death block. Pardon me. That's right. It's cool to be clutch. Now we just need a poster of a Tyrannosaurus with like a backwards hat and sunglasses saying that. Look out, Revelug, upper right-hand corner of your television screen, has made it to the cape section. Oh, they're just thinking. They're just thinking. And Louis Duce, uh-oh, what you gonna do, pal? Remember, they need that P-switch to be active so they can get through, because if they're too slow, that line of coins there, like you see on Louis' screen, will turn into blocks, and they just won't be able to get through it all. So it's a timer. They gotta boost right through. Yeah, Louis may be looking for a little bit of cheese, as usual. But I don't know. I'm the only one that I've ever heard refer to that as boosting. But I think it's a helpful way to describe it, because it's a quick shorthand for how you jump off of an enemy. Do you boost it? Do you not boost? Try a no boost, that kind of thing. Or to just say you can boost off this or that. Like, for example, you can spin jump boost off of Rexes, right? You get a boost where normally you don't. You wouldn't get a spin jump boost off of a red Koopa, for example. You would just dive right through it. Super bounce works too. I'm not the dictionary. I just think it's helpful to have a vocabulary so that we can discuss these things, you know? It's all about being better players. RB, no. And yo, while we have a sec, thanks everybody for dropping by tonight, making Romhack races part of your Saturday. I hope you're having fun. If you want to learn a little bit more, once again, if you didn't hear, romhackraces.com is our website. Check it out, and you can download these patches. You don't have to be in the race if you just want to try the level. We have 177 excellent weeks and 177 patches to check out. All different difficulties. They're not all super, super tough. Can be a fun way to just try your chops out or pick out a level from one of your favorite creators. Because we've had some excellent names, some Kaizo luminaries making levels over the years. Yeah, watch out. If Louis knows the way, it might be quick. But look at these skills, yo, Revelug, that really nice P-switch throw. Oh, and Halcyon just setting it up. I like that. Look at that. Very good, Halcyon. Very good. Just taking some time there, a couple extra up throws, setting it up. Look at this. They get a try at the cape. Now, what's it going to be? Aha! Oh, spin fly. Louis, though, what the world? I blinked. I just blinked. That's all I did. Louis Duce, I think, with the most progress right now. Wow, this is a big section. Yeah, that is true. You know, there's something to be said for a slightly longer race where you can tune in, 20 minutes and you didn't miss the first 5 clears. Totally. Totally. Romhack race testing luminary. Nom 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 nom. What's up? Pardon me. I'm joined by my co-commentator tonight, Mallow the cat. He hasn't said much, but he's hanging out here with me. That's right, I have the cat. Does Mallow have any thoughts on this level? He has been sleeping through it for the most part. He's been kind of just taking a nap through most of this, but his ears are upright in the listening pose. So I think he's doing like the radio thing. I think he's tabbed out right now. He's going purely on commentary. Man, imagine doing a radio broadcast of this. Like, you don't actually get to see the level. I have to, like, describe it to you. Maybe that would be a funny April Fool's Day thing. We do like a radio broadcast. You just have to imagine what the level is. Looks like we got a lot of folks getting through that P-switch juggle section, and everybody right around the same time is getting to the cape section. Tonight from the Da Vinci's fancy yellow Superdome, Louis Duce, that's Halcyon in the lower left-hand corner. Oh, they've got okay. Okay, so one more thing. Now, remember how killing a sprite when you're big makes you take damage? Well, here's something you might not know about SMW. When you're flying and you have the cape, that cape puffed out state, that will get you a damage boost. I don't really know why the game set that up, but maybe they just wanted cape to be even more OP than it was. But you can kill enemies with that. But say you're be flying along and you crash into something, right? Like a thwomp or a sprite of some sort. You will actually just get knocked out of flight state and get some iframes as though you just took a hit, even though your power-up status isn't actually reduced. So you don't lose the cape, but it does count as a hit. And that's what we might be about to see here as, Louis Duce thinking about what they want to do. So the Koopa up there is walking forward, right? And it's walking into one of those sprite destroyers. When the Koopa touches the Sprite Destroyer, it dies and Mario takes a hit. Except, at that moment, Mario has the cape puffed out status, and so that hit will actually just knock Mario out of flight and send you into a spin jump. And I think Louis Duce has noticed that. Exactly. You can tank a hit without taking damage while flying, but you can only do it once because then you're knocked out of that flight state. Unless for some reason you get it again, which is entirely possible. Let's give up. Gotta say too, I really like the chill music here. It's just nice. It's kind of foresty. It's just pleasant. It's pleasant to listen to. Jeez, RB Pimlico. Here we go for the cape. Yeah, so so here's the thing. Revelug, yeah, going for it. Let's go, Revelug. Wow, now, yeah. So I see where players might be getting a little bit confused here. We got to use our brain. We got to look at the situation. That's a very, very helpful thing. Just look at the situation, understand maybe what it is that's going on, what you want to do. If you go really fast there, it's really, really, really tough to fly through that next section. So suspiciously tough, in fact, that maybe that's not what you do. And that's what these racers might be thinking right now. That's what Revelug might be thinking. Figuring out which type of flight to use at that section. You have two. For those that aren't as well-versed in cape arts, don't blame yourselves. It is a subtle black magic of Super Mario World. But essentially, there are two types of flight. There is the flight where you jump with a regular jump, and that puts you into the puffed-out cape state. There's also spin flight. Spin flight, you can think of it like an amount of gas, really. It's it's referred to as the takeoff meter, but you can think of it like fuel, really. If you're not familiar, if that terminology is confusing, you can think of it like fuel. When you are running and you get P speed, right? You have your fuel tank at maximum. Your takeoff meter is charged, right, at the full value. And then when you jump into the air, you're burning off that fuel. And you can't get any more until you land. But you have a set amount of that. And what you can do is you can fly up into the air, and then you can drop down a little bit. And as long as you haven't burned off all that fuel you started with, you can drop down, and then you can rise back up again. And you can do a lot of really neat stuff with that. And that's how these players get, they're spin flying and they go down and they just magically lift back up, is because they haven't used all of their takeoff meter or fuel. If you could think of it that way. But figuring out which one of the two flights to do here is kind of a challenge, because either one seems like it would work, but only one is going to be the right answer. So figuring out which type of flight they need and then reading the situation as for how to use that flight to get through the next part, that's the skill here. 15 on section 2. I'm loving it. What a lot of brave souls sign up tonight. And if you're ever interested and want to participate in a Romhack race yourself, romhackraces.com has the sign-up sheets. And these races are open to anybody who would like to try it out. Sign-ups are here for really for the purpose of just letting us know who is racing and who to check out. Halcyon. Okay. Boy. No checkpoint right at the Cape section is rough. RB Pimlico trying it. Revelug trying it with the spin. Well, we did give a difficulty ranking. They knew. They knew. They knew what they were getting into. And as far as the flight section, the skill really is being able to read the environment. And in defense of things like this, I mean, on the one hand, this is definitely challenging, can be a little bit cryptic, and it can be a little unclear which of the available options is the one for you. Sure, that is true. Granted. However, being able to just look at the environment, look at the shape of the walls, look at the angle of the barriers, and read the room in that way is a skill, is a valid skill to test. And so it's one of these things where, yeah, you might, we see some racers trying for a different type of flight. Some are trying regular flight, some try spin. Understandable. But being able to look at the shape of the path that you're in and notice what you're going to need, that's situational awareness. So it is a fine line between, creating something that isn't too cryptic, but on the same hand, you can't get away with a little bit of cryptic, stuff, because at a certain point you are expecting the player to just be taking a look around, And Louis Duce has definitely figured this out. Getting knocked out of the spin fly. Now here we go. Louis Duce, what's it going to be? Oh, geez, that looked like a pipe. That was more than looked like a pipe. That actually was. I believe that was a pipe. So still maintaining the lead, but it is anybody's game right now. We just need a little bit of brain work here from Revelug and RB Pimlico. This is kind of where races can be, leads can change, races can be made or broken. Is and that's the thing. It can happen to anybody. This isn't not a call out in any way, but accidentally kind of picking the wrong strat to commit to. Yeah, because of the ambiguity there. Yeah, it's doable with both types of flight. Because of the ambiguity, picking the wrong strat to commit to is a dangerous play. But again, you're balancing that with situational awareness. And here goes Louis. Oh. You're balancing situational awareness, being able to read the environment, with tech knowledge. Okay, Revelug making it through with the regular fight, and that looks promising. Yeah, they've paused and taken a look at what is going on. Exactly. Yeah. Will it? Will spin work? Can you look at the situation and figure out if the shape of that path is going to be good for spin, or are you going to run out of time? Having an intuitive knowledge of how long your takeoff meter lasts, how far you can jump, things like that, right? There are knowable constants in the physics of Mario World. How far you jump. I mean, granted, we get some subpixel tomfoolery, but we're glossing over that for the time being. There are knowable constants in Mario World. How far you jump, the duration of your takeoff meter, with the angle of a fireball, all these things. And a great strategy for any game is to isolate and identify the knowable constants, and then to just really have an intuitive sense of those. How high do you jump? How long does it take you to fall? What's the maximum distance you could cross with a very low regrab? Can you see that distance visually? If I were to quiz you right now and show you a bunch of different pictures of jumps, would you be able to tell if you could land that jump or not just based on looking at it? Because that's a skill you can develop. And that kind of skill is what's coming into play here, is being able to just look at the environment and the situation and figure out what you're actually going to have to do. Remember, you don't want to figure out what the creator wants you to do. You want to figure out what you can do. And if the creator did a good job, what you can do and what the creator wants you to do is going to be the same thing. Yeah, this is a particularly long one tonight. 47 minutes in and not a clear, unless Louis Duce has anything to say about it. Using that cape slowdown to stop their speed there. Oh, okay. Oh, geez, they're gonna try it. They're gonna try the regrab. Oh, they almost got it. I knew it. You could just see it. You could just see it in the body language. They were setting up to try that. Halcyon, yeah, now with their shot. So we're using a little bit of advanced cape strategy here. There is a way to slow down. So let's say you're in the cape puffed out state. Here you are, you're in that state. And you're going forward, The way to slow down is to hold the direction opposite of your movement and press the B button. Tap it. And every tap on the B button, you'll slow your horizontal speed down a little bit. You can actually go into the negatives and start going backwards. It's slow flight. Being able to speed up and slow down while you're flying is a bit of tech skill, and that's what is needed at this next part. You want to actually slow down to wait for that Koopa to run into the Sprite Destroyer. If you're flying at full speed, you're going to scoot right past it, and you're never going to be able to have a chance. Revolug, yeah, there's the strat. Revolug's got it. As far as that regrab onto the platform at the end, at a glance, that looks visually possible, but you might have to get like some lucky subpixels. That's where subpixel comes into play, right? Like, you get a lucky subpixel and you jump a little bit farther off the edge, or you land a little bit farther off the edge. Or you get that nice movement oscillation. One thing you can do in situations like that, if you want to get yourself a little bit more motion. I mean, I can't just at a glance that looks like it might be possible, although like extremely ridiculously difficult. I'd have to actually play it to see. At a glance, maybe. I think it would be worth a try. I think Louis did the right thing by trying there. I think anybody would try, and I think you definitely should try. Revolug and Louis going for it right now. Louis. Okay, they've got it. Yeah, need to get that shell. I don't know. I'm looking at that gap and I'm wondering. You might not be able to generate enough momentum hanging out above the spiny. But one thing you can do in situations like that is don't forget that if you neutral in the air, if Mario's in the air and you neutral the D-pad and you're moving horizontally, you will lock in your speed oscillation value, which is something we don't really need to get into right now. But essentially, Mario's speed is changing all the time, slightly, in an imperceptible way, but in a way that can matter. It's kind of honestly, it's kind of like how things are made out of atoms, but you really can't see them. But you can do chemistry with them, and things will happen in a predictable way. Same kind of thing. Mario's speed is variable because of weirdness and in certain ways. But the thing about that is, if you're jumping in the air and you neutral the D-pad, you will lock in whatever speed value you're at. So it's always shifting a little bit. And the thing about that is you could lock in a slightly faster value than normal. And so if you're trying to make some really tight jump, oh my gosh, this regrab is so difficult, this can't be done, try neutraling in the air for a little bit of extra speed. You're getting lucky in that case, whether or not you actually get the good speed value or not. But it might help you out. Just a little trick. Revola getting blocked by that wall. Yeah, could we please get some hype in the chat for all the racers tonight making it to the freaking checkpoint? This is a really tough level, and I'm genuinely impressed with everybody. We got new Romhack Race emotes if you haven't seen. If you are subbed, you can use our brand new fun Romhack Race emotes, and they combo with just about anything else. This is where consistency really, really matters. The more tries they can get at the end part, the better off it's going to be. Louis. Ah! Halcyon, yo, let's go. Halcyon, oh my gosh, in the pipe with the shell? No way. Oh, geez, last jump, Halcyon. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Halcyon for the orb. Just sitting. Just thinking about it. What's it going to be? I don't know. Do you know, chat? This is it. This is for the win. Looks like they have an idea. Uh-huh. Wow. 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 That is some serious gaming. Wow. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with that end. Nicely done. Halcyon proving why they are one of the strongest racers that Romhack Races has. That was really, really remarkable. Nicely done. They figured that out. They figured that out. And the sub-hour first try on that end, they figured that out. That's impressive. I can't say I would have been able to figure that out first try. That is really, really cool. That is 4 in a row. Halcyon with the 4. Is it? No, it's 5. It is. They're 4 in a row was last week. They're working on 5 now. Yeah. That is 5. That is 5 in a row from Halcyon. Wow. Wow. So wow, they're working on the record right now. They're working on the record. 7 from Nexus in a row. That's intense. Very, very cool. They threw the shell to take the damage. So they would walk under the death block and not be killed by it. Yeah, thinking it's a side exit. That's a good suspicion to have. We got Louis Duce still. We got Revelug, Lord Pickle King in the lower left, and RB Pimlico. If you all excuse me for 1 second, I'm a thirsty guy. I forgot to fill up my cup of fruit punch before I sat down to commentate tonight. So don't do anything cool or do something cool, but tell me about it later because I'll be right back. No, they did something cool. Oh, no, they did something cool. And I missed it. And I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Louis Duce. Oh, man. Seriously, did he? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. I just wanted to get some fruit punch. I just wanted to get some fruit punch. Can we see an instant replay? Can we get a highlight? Oh, man. The things we give up for fruit punch. Man. Well, GG, Louis Duce. Oh, I'm so sorry. Shambles, I know. Oh, my bad. My bad. I've abdicated my responsibilities. Oh, geez, Louis Douce, great player, great maker, kind person, and second place finisher here tonight on Romhack Races, where I am definitely paying attention. Man, I can't believe it. Someone did so. I can't believe it. Jeez. How many times have I been fired now? So I'm assuming Louis also got the end first try. Yo, Revelug stalling for time with those turnarounds. Nice. You may learn it. We got Quiet Mason now. Revelug, LPK, RB Pimlico. And thanks, we got all of y'all here hanging out. I hope you're having a nice night. You may learn it. Thanks for making Romhack Races a part of your Saturday evening entertainment. I guess this is a good time to mention next week we're going to be switching it up a little bit, though. You know, we normally do SMW levels, but next week we got something kind of cool. We got an SMB2 level, and I know there are a few friends who are really going to be excited about that. SMB2, and let me tell you what, and I'm not going to spoil anything here except for one thing. I have tested this SMB2 level that we've got. It is awesome. You are really going to like it, and I think that everyone will have a very fun time. That's the only spoiler I have for you, but I can personally give you my GC7 assurance that it is a good SMB2 level, and you'll have a lot of fun. You'll have a lot of fun doing it. And in addition, if you're good, you practice, we might make it a doubleheader. We may make it an SMB2 doubleheader, and I'll drop a level from Subcon 2. How's about that? How's about that? And that's gonna be next week. I have levels from Subcon 2 that nobody has seen, not even anybody on my stream, and may drop a Subcon 2 level. We at least will have one. I'll let you know. And that's what's up next week. Are any games that are hackable open for races? Yeah. I mean, this is Romhack Races, not necessarily Kaizo SMW races. We stick pretty close to Kaizo because, you know, it's our home base community. But yeah, in theory, I'd be down for whatever game hack people wanted to make. The thing about that is it becomes a lot more difficult to test. And, you know, some games are more difficult to hack than others. And so the thing we tend to say about other games is if somebody has an idea, if you want to make some hack level for some game or something, like, make it first, bring something to work with, and, like, have a pretty much finished product, and then bring it over, and then we can start testing it and looking at it for a race. It's way easier that way, and it puts a lot less pressure on the whole system to have something ready to go before we even start in the process of making a race for it, as opposed to saying, we're going to do a race on this and that, and then it's a week ahead of time, and suddenly nobody can test it, or things are breaking, we don't know why. It creates a buffer zone, and just kind of helps everybody out a little bit. Look out, Revelug is in the pipe. Revelug in that pipe, and... Uh-oh. Ouch. Ouch. Nice try. I would have done the same, personally. I would have done the exact same thing. Yeah, that death block is a killer. They had the shell, so what have we learned in the level? Exactly, yeah, Jigakuro. It's not like, yeah, because some people have said, like, if I make a cool thing, will you use it? And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, maybe, I guess, but, like, make it first. You know what I mean? So that's always, like, because people have talked to me about ideas and things, and it's like, yes, I would love to see that. You want to make Metroid or Kirby or Donkey Kong Country or something? Totally. That'd be rad. But, you know, just, like, kind of make it first, because the infrastructure isn't quite there to test and get it ready in the same way that it is for World. And we have to kind of draw from other people's experience. Oh, yeah, I can give big shout-outs for everybody. Tonight's testers, yeah, Electronic Logic, Om Nom Nom, SJ Charlie the Cat, Sojo, and SQL Infection. Tonight's makers, SolveForX, and, yeah, Scouts tonight, Kelgan and Darkenine, Dr. No, and D to the Fourth helping us out. If you're, if you're interested, I mean, really, this is Romhack races, not specifically SMW Kaizo Romhack races. Revelug with another shot at it. Let's go, Revelug! Yeah, not to be outdone twice. Not twice a fool. Nicely done. Twitch.tv/Revelug. Give them a follow. I know they've been working hard on their streams. Yo, a link to the past, like dungeon where like you had to like find the race was find your way out of the hack Kaizo Link to the Past dungeon. Yeah, totally. I think that would be really cool. But I think I know what Subcon 2 level I'd like to drop for everybody. But I don't know. Should we do a double header? Because we have a really good SMB2 level. Doesn't even need me. Doesn't need to be there, and I don't want to upstage it. Right? That's not what I'm trying to do here. I just want to advocate. Advocate for SMB2 and show people some cool stuff you can do with it. Would y'all? How would y'all feel about that? Would you want to do a double? Would you want to see a Subcon 2 level early? Have a chance to play it. The game is not done yet, and probably will be delayed like fourth quarter 2022 at this point. But yeah, maybe. Okay. Well, just to get you excited about it. Well, originally I had been saying it would be done about now, or at least by the spring. It may still be done by the spring. I haven't really got a lot of work done lately. I go around in kind of cycles. Work on the hack for a little bit, and then I like stop and work on something else, and I like come back to it later. So, yo, we got Ballistic Aristocrat up in here. Quiet Mason, LPK, RB Pimlico. Some talented players on your screen. Another thing, too, to keep in mind for, I guess, non-traditional types of games. Revelug, thank you for the raid. Great job on the race. You killed it. You freaking crushed it. Can we get a shout-out for Revelug? Go and follow Revelug. I know you've been working on your stream and trying to stream big.tv, and you deserve some big-time hype for that clear. That was great. Nice job. But I was going to say, another thing about sort of off-the-beaten-path games is that accessibility becomes an issue. Like, for example, if we were to do Mario Odyssey hack or something, nobody would really, be able to do that because you need, like, a modified Switch or something to do that. So it's at least has to be something that we can easily get a patch for and easily like distribute that patch to people. Because otherwise, if you need like a ton of custom stuff for a lot of stuff, like it makes it a little more difficult to have a wide amount of racers. GG Louie, as usual. I got up to get some fruit juice and I missed your clear. I'm so sorry. I need to apologize to you personally. Please take these apology points. They're not as cool as cool points, but they're apology points. I mean, yeah, could you do Odyssey on emulator? Maybe, but is it still? It's still going to be a barrier. They're a barrier to entry for folks. I got the fruit punch, though. It was good. But that doesn't mean a lot of people have access or the desire to set all that up for one race. Even if that were the case, I wouldn't feel like doing that. Right? SMW is easier because it's accessible. There's a lot of people playing it. People know how to set it up and use it already. I wouldn't be opposed to a race like that, but a concern would be that who would be able to participate. Right? Exactly, right. You gotta like do stuff for Switch emulation. You can't just load BizHawk or whatever. Yeah, right. It's just we can't really have a race that would require people to modify their Switch or whatever to be a part of it, or to have one in the first place. It would be kind of cool. Right? Like, I'm not like opposed to it, but it's just not very practical. Yeah, fair point too. Suddenly we're on the radar of the big N. So there definitely is an amount of advantage to working primarily with old stuff. I just threw that out. I just threw Odyssey out as an example. But something like Link to the Past, or Metroid, or Mario Kart. I know SNES Mario Kart has had a lot of developments in hacking tech recently. Wouldn't be opposed to that at all. Mario Kart would actually be pretty fun because we could have something like, instead of just getting to the end of the course, we could have like fastest time. You know what I mean? Like, you could do it over and over again. Let's say it was just like 4 races, like 4 tracks in a race in a cup, right? And we had like 2 hours for the race. You could just do it over and over again, and the fastest time at the end would be the winner. That also might be kind of cool to do for some kind of Mario thing. You know, just be like, you know, it's not it's not about beating the level. It's about having the fastest clear time on the level after a certain amount of time. You know, 2-hour time limit, and whoever had the fastest clear time, that's it. That you win. It's not about who beat it first. I was just thinking about, I don't know, different ideas, different race formats. Game Boy Advance is actually one of the only things I had, like gaming things I had that I actually sold. Uniracers, what? I love that game. There's like speed tech on Uniracers, but I don't know what it is. I just know it's there. Mario vs. Donkey Kong series had its origin with Donkey Kong on the Game Boy. And if you've never actually played or know about Donkey Kong on Game Boy, it's not what you'd think. It's kind of like a sequel. It's like a weird sequel to Donkey Kong, and it started off that whole thing. Yo, yeah, shoutouts to Donkey Kong on Game Boy. Donkey Kong 93, thank you. Yeah, that's a good, there you go. Because Donkey Kong 93, yeah. But that's a really, really good game that I think gets passed up a lot. People don't give it the credit. And, you know, honestly, they never really, like, did much with that series. I guess they kept it going on Game Boy as, like, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. But, I don't know. I always kind of hoped that we'd see more of that type of series, and it seems to have sort of fizzled out. I don't think I ever beat Donkey Kong 93 as a kid either. There was a lot of levels in that. It was like a puzzle platforming type of game, but it's very satisfying. It has satisfying platforming. It's not just like the platforming is incidental. It is a puzzle game where you are platforming. There are equal parts platforming and puzzle, which is cool. Yeah, I think that's why maybe it doesn't get ran or whatever, because it's a very, very long run. Ooh, RB Pimlico trying to fly that whole thing. I don't know, what's on your mind tonight, chat? I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for watching. So there's only so much play-by-play I can give on exactly the same obstacles. But if you have any questions about what's going on, the mechanics, hacking, SMW, you know, anything you want to learn about, please feel free to ask. That is no problem. If you got here late, don't know how something works, and you're too scared to ask, don't be scared. It's fine. Yeah, that cave section, you know, it's kind of, I think something about the cave section is that, like, I think the players kind of thought they, like, were done braining. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like most of the players kind of figured out the gimmick pretty quickly, and at that point when you're doing the cape, it's like you think you know what's going on, and you're, like, done figuring anything out, and then you, oh, whoops, you still have to figure something out. Because, like, you go forward at that part, and I can imagine you thinking, like, well, obviously this is what you do, and oh, whoops, this is actually a brain level. So it's like, even, you can't be lulled into a false sense of security, right? Like, I think that's what's going on with some of the racers. Like, they have a false sense of security because they think they know what they're doing, but it turns out that isn't what you do. Got him. Yeah, there's enough clues if you're looking at it. I think the spiny is a big hint, right? That, like, well, why would that spiny be there if it weren't for you to spin jump on? But it still kind of takes a minute because you've got the cape and you're thinking, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead. Of course I will, because that's what you do with the cape. So it's, once again, it's one of those things where it's look around you, question the space, and, you know, always be looking at, like, what is actually going on here, as opposed to just trying to follow what you think the maker was intending. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that sounds silly. Odd Sands is a pretty nice hack. I would recommend it as the inspiration for this one. It's odd, but it's very cool. Ballistic, yo, trying to get past that P-switch wall. We got Kygem, we got RB Pimlico, Quiet Mason. I think right now Kygem's got the best colors on their capture. Look at that nice saturated purple. Ah, it's pretty. It's pretty looking. That I don't know, actually. If the recent levels are using the new base ROM or not. But that is something to plug. We do have the new Romhack Races base ROM. If you're interested in just making SMW Kaizo at all, it's like a just preset canvas, so you don't have to do a lot of the hard kind of tedious work of getting quality of life patches in. It just starts you off with a nice blank slate that has everything you want, and it really can help out even if you don't want to make 4 Romhack races, but you just want to make Kaizo. It can be a great little starter ROM. Just gives you a lot of, like I said, just gives you a lot of, like, basic stuff, so you don't have to do it yourself. Super handy, and we really appreciate the magical mages behind the scenes at Romhack Races, the wizards and sages that help us produce this. Thank you so much for the raid, Risto. That's a Ballistic Aristocrat on Twitch. Good to see you. Thanks for racing with us tonight. So now we got Quiet Mason, Germed of Kagem, and RB Pimlico. And we got you all. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to go follow the racers. I feel like y'all know this already. I've given you this shtick 100 times. But seriously, there's a lot of great folks in our community and a lot of folks getting their names out, showing what they have to offer for skill. So, go give them a follow. I think there were 17. Were there 17 tonight? How many people did race? It's more than 10, less than 20. What's it 17? That's cool. Brave players here. $13 finished, or $3 finished, 13 left in. Dedication. And we're just hanging out. I hope you're having a good night. What's on your mind, chat? Hey, don't worry. You always can play any Romhack race level anytime. That's why we have the patches on the site. I mean, I know it's not quite the race, but they are just available for anybody that wants to try them out. Yeah, I get that. Oh, I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Has been quite a minute. This is week 117. That's a lot of weeks. Thanks for hanging out. Big shout outs to everybody in chat. Even if you don't want to race or play Kaizo or whatever, thanks for watching. Appreciate just having fans and friends around that enjoy this kind of thing. Hey, you'd be welcome if you want to return to the level one day. You'd be welcome to. Yo, Germ Dove. Oh, using... Yeah, they get it. Okay. They get it. So there's two things that you could do there. You could slow down with the back tap B slowdown method, or you could actually just turn around. Presumably, the turnaround cape patch is on, which will switch your direction in the air when you press X or Y. Kage. We definitely have knowledge Knowledge increasing. What are y'all playing? What's new in the world of Kaizo this week? Tough shell stuff. Bunch of stuff in moderation. If you haven't checked out, send your regrets to the Czar from the new Jump Team hack. That's a really good one. Been going around. A lot of tough shell stuff going on. Pokemon Legends. Yes, yes. I've been playing Centipede Recharged on Steam. That Vampire Survivors game looks kind of nifty too. I saw Oth playing that today, and I was like, you know, I might give that a try. It reminds me of Gauntlet. Remember Gauntlet? Germ Dove, look at that nice slow flight there. Let's go, Germ Dove. Oh, not enough of a boost. The one thing I thought about, I watched Author Blues play Vampire Survivors today, and the one thing I thought was it just looks kind of slow. Like, when does it get intense? Because it looks like you just go around and you just shoot things over and over again, and then you periodically level up. Is there something that I'm missing about the game? Did I just not watch long enough to where it got to the fast part? There's a hyper mode, I see. Well, I have it on my Steam library. So, I think I'll give it a try. I checked out Ollie Ollie World. If you like skateboarding, that game's pretty fun. Hey, Logic, thanks for the gift sub to Spud. Kagem in the lower left on a run with a chance. Nope, never mind. Nice try, though. Making a side quest disco level. I like that. I like that. Don't forget that you can just make like practice areas. You can just make like a practice room for yourself, or make like a flat. If you just go into Lunar Magic, make a flat area for yourself and put a disco there. Like, it's not sometimes. Don't think about it in terms of obstacles, right? Think about it like a foam pit at a skate park. You know, they put like a big pit of foam blocks there, so when you go off the ramp, you can fall, but you're not going to get hurt. Make yourself a little skate park. Make a foam pit. Just make yourself a flat area to practice without any obstacles. And, sometimes practicing the techniques in the abstract, can help you get good. Because really, you're surfing on a disco, but then you're jumping over something, or you're doing these other tricks. Just surf around on it, I did that a lot back in the day, Mario Maker and with Mario World. Just make myself little practice areas. Just make a wall and a bunch of shells, and I can just do shell jumps all day. It's not the sexiest part of Kaizo, but it is the part that'll get you good, right? Nobody wants to do repetitive practice tricks over and over and over again, but that's what makes you strong. So if you can just kind of meditate on the trick, you'll be better. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, you do, chat. You do. Thanks. Aww. Mallow the cat, who was sleeping behind me, he just sneezed too. Aww, he's sleeping here in his own chair right behind me. And he just got up and just like sneezed too. Oof, rough nye there. He just got up and sneezed too. Aww. Connected entities. I ask myself that every day. How do cats even work? Or doggos? How do pets even work? They're so adorable. How do you do that? How do you be so lovable? I'm constantly asking Mallow that, and he never reveals his secret. But he does let me in from time to time. How do you even work? How do you even function? Mitsu Puppos? Aw. I'm told they're gonna pup. None of my friends have puppies anymore. They used to years ago, and then all their puppies grew up into dogs. And dogs are great too, but I miss my friends having puppies. Your in-laws just got a puppy. Oh, we 14-year-old doggo. What's her name? Shoutouts to all pets. That's what I hope. I hope all pets are doing all right. Yo, Gem Maru upper left with a shot. Oof. Oh man, I'm out of fruit punch again. But I can't get up, because as I'm told, I'll miss something. Oh, RB Pimlico. What the heck? Whoa. That's a strat right there. Dang, RB Pimlico. That was a pretty good strat. Gen Maru. No. Oh, I don't know. There's only so much play-by-play I can give on exactly the same obstacles. But I do hope you're having a lovely night. Everybody's going to be so good at juggling by the end of this. Just think of that. Just think of how much you're improving your skills. Pardon. My word. Mallow the cat is still here. Just a quick update on him. Still here. Still comfy. A tough level tonight. If you want to play some other stuff from this maker, SolveForX, our maker tonight, also made Everything is Spine from week 122 and Mount Riff from week 131. If you want to check those out, you can go over to romhackraces.com, our website, and get the patch for yourselves. Yo, wow. Ooh, wow. These are some big names. I'm loving this. So, if you're new here, we do these every Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern is the time. And we have upcoming makers. Thanks, Doc, for this. Delta 2 for the SMB2 level. Next week, you're going to get a really cool level. You're at least going to get one awesome Super Mario Bros. 2 level from Delta 2. I say, I have played it, and it's really good. I think you're really going to like it. Don't be scared. Jump on in. Have some fun. Race SMB2 with us. It's a lot of fun. After that, Chon coming up, Fire, 150, no way. M. Maxwell, Hegera, Kagem, Conagero, and Borgie Man, the return of a Borgie Man level? No way. We have got a stacked lineup here for like several weeks coming up. So hit that follow button, drop by, and hang out with us every Saturday night, as often as you want or are able. Romhackraces.com is the website too. Dang, that's going to be fun. My birthday isn't on a Romhack race level this year. And you know, I'm thinking, I know the Subcon 2 level that I might drop for everybody. So if we want to do a doubleheader next week, we could do that. We could do that. I have something pretty revolutionary. And you know, I was thinking maybe I would wait until the game comes out to drop it, but I've got a pretty revolutionary SMB2 level. I don't want to upstage Delta 2's level either, though. They did some great stuff, and I really want to show that off. Gen Mario, upper left-hand corner in the pipe. Oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Gen Mario, I love this, though. Just thinking about it. Oh, no! Oh, that was it. That was it. Oh, jeez. Timing, though. Genmaro's a strong player, though. Watch out. Well, I don't know. What's on your mind? Doing okay? All right, we got Genmaro here. We got Germdove. Sorry, it's 2 RB Pimlico. I think there are others as well. We're getting 1 hour, 45 minutes into this. We usually schedule about 2 hours for these broadcasts. But, I mean, folks are welcome to play on. And this is, again, a particularly tough level. Your headset mic is back ordered until April now? That's rough, dude. That's rough. I wish I had a spare. I'd just send you one out. Six others working off stream. Very cool. 7. Genmaru, they've got it all. Germdove. Ah! Didn't get the P speed. Yo, Genmaru and Germdove both like locked into a try here. Oh, Genmaru keeping it alive. Oh, this could be it. Oh, jeez. Man. Oh, yeah, that's right. It is Superb Alde. Oh, that's great, though. I know what Pog I can post for the Pog of the day. You can follow @ContinualPog on Twitter for one original 90s Pog every day. It's my gimmick account. Yo, Chondantor over here. What's up? You can check exclamation leaderboard in chat to check the leaderboard, and I don't think there's a sign up, like the publicly available sign up sheet of everybody. We had 17 tonight, but leaderboard will show you all the clears. If you missed it, our winner tonight was Halcyon. Going for the five in a row. 5 in a row for Halcyon. So I don't know if we're counting SMB2, because the previous record, the record for wins in a row is 7 right now. 7 in a row set by Nexus. And I think others have had 7s as well. But I don't know if I don't know if SMB2 would count. Are we, that's something we've never really had before, because Halcyon has a chance at getting 6 in a row next week. However, it's not an SMW level. So does it count? And I guess you could, I guess there'd be arguments for and against it. I've always said that if someone were working on an 8 in a row, that I would race. I want to be a final boss here. But so far we haven't got that. But I don't know. Louis had 6. Okay. So I don't know. What do you think, Chad? I think this is up to the community. Does next week count for Halcyon's streak or not? Does Halcyon in what football terms? Does Halcyon get a bye for next week? You would say no. Yeah, it's not SMW, right? So if we're going by wins in a row, what if he wins anyway? Yeah, good question, I guess. Yeah, would the streak be for SMW? I don't know. I'm just making conversation. Seems like it doesn't count. All right. Just getting a community consensus on that. Yeah, no, that's I think that's good. I think that's a good answer. So Halcyon gets a bye next week, and whether or not they win, their streak of SMW levels in a row will remain at 5. So the next opportunity, so not next week, but the next opportunity Halcyon has to defend that title will be who is scheduled? Wait, hang on. Who is scheduled for after that? Chon. There'll be an SMB2 level and then a level from Chon. So 2 weeks out is Chon. I don't know. I've always said I would step in as a final obstacle if somebody were working on an 8 in a row. But maybe that's a little unfair. Although I can say for certain I would not be a lock. If I ever race in one of these, and I would like to sometime, I just enjoy the commentary. It's fun. I can chill. I like chilling. But were I to race in one of these, I would not be a guarantee, and it would be a fool. You'd be a fool to bet the farm specifically on me, because there are a lot of really talented players out here that would for sure give me a run for my money. So I might be all right, but I'm not singular. RB Pimlico showing off some skill here. Let's go. Ooh, a nice dive into the pipe there. And RB Pimlico in the lower right looking at the win. Pause strats. Love to see it. I like that we can all be in agreement about what constitutes the streak. So Halcyon with a 5 in a row right now. And that title will be up for defense. Oh, RB. No. They were right there. Oh, jeez. Okay, so SMB2 won't count, and then all right. I like that. I like that. Plus, I know we've got some really solid SMB2. What is the record for SMB2? I was just thinking, Germ Dove, you're gonna have some fun. I got something. I think I can drop this level on you. The one from Delta 2 is going to be awesome. Here goes RB Pimlico. Let's go. Oh, RB, nice try. But I think I can drop this one on you. It's a pretty cool level. It's pretty cool. I honestly, I'll be real. I think it's kind of just a sort of a pedantic point to go to all the trouble to collect commentary. I mean, if you yourself are not one of those dissenting voices, and you also agree, right? I'm just making conversation. I'm not trying to like get all sciencey here with you. Oh, geez, RB Pimlico right there. They've got the consistency now, though. Hey, in my case, it does. I'm good at all the Marios: SMW, SMB2, SMB1, Lost Levels, SMB3, all the original 5 original Marios. Yoshi's Island. I think if you really want to get good, you ought to study them. It's like learning how to play different instruments. You know, you could play guitar, yeah, but guitar, banjo, violin. You know, Mario is a lot like other stringed instruments or whatever. You know, or brass. Yo, Gen Mario! Yo, bust out the big congratulations trumpet. Gen Maru getting in there. Well played. A good player. Gen Maru, well done. Well done, well done. That's twitch.tv/Gen Maru. Give him a follow. Nicely done. Nicely done. GG. Yo, and we got it in before the 2 hours. We schedule about 2 hours for these broadcasts every Saturday night. But like I said, folks are welcome to keep racing. That is all good. Why? Yo, what's up, Carlitos Gaming? Coming in here, second section. Working hard. RB Pimlico, now it's your turn. It is your turn, friend. Oh! Yo, I'd like to give a quick shout out once again to everybody behind the scenes at Romhack Races. You hear me chatting, but we would not be able to do this without the people who volunteer. We really, really, really appreciate that. And I want to say a special, special thank you. Sojo Logic, SJ Charlie the Cat, Osu Mario Cartman, Dr. No, Kelgan, Darkenine, D to the Fourth. Thank you all so much. SolveForX for racing, for making the level, and for all the racers. Y'all hear me talking, but there is a really kind community of people here at Romhack Races who help make these races happen every week, and I am so grateful for that. We could not do it without you. Thank you very, very much to the volunteers. Many of them are streamers as well. Give them a follow. Check out their stuff, their content. They're amazing folks in our community doing a ton of amazing things. RB Pimlico, no, that was it. I didn't want to curse it. I didn't want to curse it. Shucks. We got Germdove, RB Pimlico, Carlitos Gaming, Stu still hanging out here. Hey, nicely done, Gen Mario. You did it though. You did it. You did it. Well done. I'm proud of y'all. This was a really tough level tonight, and you rose to the occasion, and you got through. And that's what we're all about here. Sub 2 hours. You got it. That's some strong gameplay there, friend. But come back and see us again next Saturday. Like I said, we got SMB2 coming up. So if you're in the mood for some SMB2, hit us up. Next Saturday, race starts at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. RomhackRaces.com is the website, and you can jump on our Discord server from there if you want to hang out and just talk shop with us. If you're looking for more SMW Kaizo in your life, head on over to SMW Central, the internet's #1 home for all things Super Mario World and RB Pimlico. Look at that buzzer beater. Let's go. Nicely done. Right in there. That was good. Man, they waited. They waited to up throw that shell for like the last moment. And that was actually pretty smart because it got them more float on the jump. Well played. Very well played. Cool. Well, like I said, y'all, we schedule about 2 hours for these races, so we are going to be hitting the road here pretty soon. But we'll be back next week, and there's a lot of Romhack Race fun to have over on the website. Check out the Kaizo directory. Check out the Super Mario directory on Twitch, and you can find some new streams to watch and some new folks to hang out with. There is a ton of talent, a ton of really cool people playing Kaizo on Twitch. Thanks for being a part of it. All right, y'all, we're going to throw the raid over to a newer racer tonight. There's plenty more fun to have. We're going to send it over to Carlitos Gaming tonight. Give them some follows, give them some ups, and give them some good wishes to beat the level. We will see you all again. Excuse me. We will see you all again next Saturday night for another Romhack race. Don't forget about the website. Thanks for watching. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. We know Black lives matter. LGBTQIA+ lives matter. Indigenous lives matter. Disabled lives matter. You too. I will see you all around again real soon. Keep hacking, everybody. Thanks for racing tonight. Take care of each other. Have a good weekend.